Hey guys,
I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
And we are
Efecto podcast. And we outside.
We're outside, guys. Welcome back. Episode 30.
Dirty 30.
Here it is.
Shake your tits. Oh God. Bitch, don't stare.
Oh, that guy was really cute. Anyways, we're Okay.
It was about a papa boom.
Anyway.
Pew pew.
Literally.
It was about a pshum pshum. Pshum pshum.
And during the day.
Ya es tarde, güey.
Literally. Okay.
Anyways,
guys.
welcome
yeah.
back to episode 30.
Which is so crazy. We say that all the time, but episode 30, like, you know.
We've been working, putting in work for 2 quarters.
It's crazy.
Literally, since Jan 9th. Bitch, it's legit. Like, half the year.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I know. Like, I'm like, it's literally, we're almost there. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Like, once we hit summer, that's when I'm like, oh shit. Like, we're a little over half because June was half, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so welcome back, episode 30. And I'm like, oh, we did it. We really did.
We did it. Isn't that from Dora the Explorer?
Yeah.
Oh, looking at your nails, bitch. I took my nails off. I'm down bad.
I had my appointment September 2nd. I know.
Oh, mine's the week before. Mine's
September 2nd, or is it
I think
August 25th? No.
I think I'm
it's
August
23rd. Daniela's birthday. 23rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the day I have my appointment.
Okay.
August 23rd.
Mine's the week after. I think mine's on the 22nd.
Yeah.
I mean 27th.
Yeah. August 23rd. I'm like, oh, thank God. But before then, I had to do a little mani. But
I know. At least you did it. But I needed to give them some rest.
Yeah.
I took them off before my trip, but
I know.
We'll get
We're
into
gonna
that.
Get into that, but yeah. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. It was definitely something a little bit different. Clearly, we were at the beach today.
It was so nice, though.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Wait, can we talk about... So, we ended that video, and we literally ran into the water, but it was like rushing because the fucking...
the lifeguards.
They were coming, and Mely goes, Patty, go! And I just...
Yeah.
We ran.
But the
water
was
warm.
so amazing. It was so warm. The waves were perfect. It felt like it was just so
And
good.
just like the view, like we saw like the sunset, it was perfect.
Yeah, like she was like, bitch, it's warm. And then because she got in before me, and then I like felt my feet, and I was like,
yeah.
And as soon as I felt it,
it was the best thing ever. Like it was definitely needed, but it was just so like, oh. And then we're just like floating
literally
on the waves.
Yeah, and I mean, as you guys know, we love the ocean, so it was just,
it was perfect.
Literally. I know, and it's so sad because I think about, like, right now that I was thinking of the ocean, like, guys, Hawaii, everything happening.
I know.
I'm on TikTok and I see stuff and I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad.
It's very devastating.
Yeah.
If you guys...
I saw some stuff on TikTok too that were pissing me off, like people that had their trips, like, were planning to go.
Yeah, and now they're like, oh, I can't go.
Yeah, and like they were just being so entitled. Oh, it pissed me off. But
yeah, it is. It's sad because a lot of people don't realize that it's not just a place for vacation.
Like it's people's home.
Yeah, and a lot of like people that live on the island for years have been like, don't come to the island, and people don't listen.
Yeah, and then I'm hearing the entitlement or like people just not like sympathizing.
Yeah.
But now they're even more like, this is why.
It's really sad. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen it all over social media. It's sad, and just know that we are praying for everyone on the island.
Well, I guess with that said,
it kind of looks like we're on a tropical vacation.
With
the vibes.
Little palm trees or whatever, but yeah, it feels nice because again, guys, it's been warm. So and like my house we don't have air conditioning, so we're like, if we can film outside.
I know now because with the mics,
yeah,
we're like, let's go outside.
It just works out better.
Loki wanted to be like, let's go to the beach, but I was like, no, I actually want to like edit this video, because it's been a while since we've sat and like edited,
Yeah.
and like I like that process.
Yeah. And it just works out better.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so episode 30, let's get into it. And as always, we're gonna catch up at the beginning. So,
So
yeah.
what's been going on with you? What's new and
Work.
exciting?
Yeah, so pretty much work, some exciting stuff happening there. Yeah, so, and we've, like, yeah, there's been a lot of exciting things happening at work. We've been busy, but I've been learning a lot. And, like, I don't know, the market and just the environment I'm in changes every day. So it's super interesting just to get to learn more and more every day. And we had like our intern, it was her last week there. She is, guys, she's freaking like amazing. Like her background is insane, and she's an international student going to
Oh shit.
UCLA. Yeah,
Period.
so she's from Peru, originally from Peru. So love that too, just because in the environment and the work that I'm in, there's not many of us Latinas. So when we get that chance, we love it, and she killed it.
Take up space.
Yeah, she made great impressions, and yeah, so overall that was really nice. But yeah, with pretty much work and then just getting some stuff. I'm planning some stuff out for my boutique, Santi,
Very
and
excited.
I'll say we have also like our pop up. So there's gonna be a pop up shop small soiree. It's gonna be on August 20th. August 20th?
So
August
next
20th.
so next Sunday?
Yes,
Yeah,
next Sunday.
the 20th.
Yes, so it's going to be on August 20th. We are going to be at Shop Small, finally, which I'm so excited
Woohoo!
about.
It's in Downey, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in Downey. I'm going to do Santa Anita next month, not this month. But yeah, so that's coming. Just turned everything that, like, all the requirements in this morning.
Oh my
And then,
gosh.
yeah.
Bitch, that's like a big deal
I
for
know,
you,
I'm
because I
excited.
remember when you started your business, Melis by Melissa, that was like on your, like, I guess bucket list for your
Yeah.
business, and now you're
Like, oh,
you're there. That's exciting.
yeah, so I'm super excited for that. And then I'm going to have a little event for my small business too, just like with some friends, some of my frienders, and a few others. So that's happening the week to follow on the 27th. So I'm super excited for that too. I've been like, my Pinterest, I'm someone who enjoys Pinterest, so my Pinterest board is just like,
Popping off.
they're popping off. Yeah, I was taking screenshots. People that are helping me are like, I need your vision. So I did a little collage earlier, and I just sent them their way. But yeah, a lot of DIYs that I'm gonna like do myself. I've been on TikTok trying to figure it out. My cousin's gonna cut some wood up for me. Thanks, Carlos.
Hey,
And
bitch.
yeah, I know, literally. So that's super exciting. It's a fun process. I love it. I've been wanting to do a launch party forever.
Since day one.
Yeah, literally since day one. So I was at first I was like, oh, it's a little too late for that, but I'm like, no, like it's okay. I'm gonna do it regardless, and finally gonna do
I
that.
don't think it's never late to celebrate something, like, ever.
Yeah, so
Like,
why not?
and I feel like this time, like, it's also the way you frame it. I feel like this time it might mean so much more, just because of like your journey with your small business and where you're at personally, and like what this like new wave of your brand represents. Like, very exciting. I feel like it's a fun way to kick it off.
Yeah, for sure. And then I was telling Patty, like, I was like, there are so many things were just aligning up that I was like, okay, this is gonna happen because there, I had thought about canceling then this, and I was like, no, like, this is gonna happen. Everything was lining up, and I found the perfect place. So that's the main thing. I found the perfect place that like I was scared of that because it's very expensive, guys. So it was within the budget. Everything's staying within the budget, and gonna have a new drop. So it's all working out. So
Period.
that's really good. Yeah, and that's exciting. And besides that, just been at Pilates.
She's a Pilates girly.
I know, like I love it. It's so good. And yeah, every day I just pushed myself more. I changed one of the workout classes, so I was doing a little bit of a higher intent, I guess, yeah, it's a little bit more intense, which was really good. It was hard, but it was good, and it just shows you like keep pushing your body because you are strong. And yeah, so that was nice. Tomorrow I have a total body one, so it's also like a higher and like an intense one, and on Sunday as well. So
Period. She's booked in busy. And I will say, you're going to start to see how your mind is going to shift in your personal life, because once you are locked in, like, you're challenging your body at Pilates, and you're not second guessing yourself. You're going for it, and that is gonna naturally translate into your life.
Yeah.
Because that is 100% what has happened to me and a lot of people that like find their whatever it is, whether it's the gym or get lost in whatever project.
Yeah, and I already see it slowly just with me being excited to go and like being sad if I like miss it. And then just like if I'm having like a bad day or whatever it is, I get there and it's just like, oh, like all the endorphins, I just kind of take it out there. And even though like it's like not like, even with like if you're angry or sad or whatever,
Yeah.
even though it's not how do I say, like it's not like a, I guess, a hit workout, and it's like usually I would run for that, and this is complete opposite, but it's just using your personal strength. Like you kind of take it all out on that, if that makes sense.
It's still a workout. Like, bitch, you
No,
could
yeah.
literally.
Oh, it's one of the hardest
Yeah.
workouts that I've done. But I'm like, if before, like I would need to run or like want to punch something or something like that. In this case, like I kind of just take it all out within my own body.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to describe it, but
It's like you're
everything's so
feeling
releasing.
like all
I'm
the
feeling
pain.
all the pain.
Yeah, that's what
but
it is.
It's like it helps. Like
Yeah.
it's like I love it.
Because you have to feel it.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it's like, oh,
It's like, yeah,
you let it go.
and then you're letting it go. Exactly. But yeah.
Period.
Besides that, just to being my dog mom, being at the park.
Did you start a new book? Because you finished the other one.
Yeah, I finished the other one, and then right now the book that I'm reading, it's just I took out You're a Badass again. I needed to just reread it, so I have that one.
I'm fucking dead because, bitch, I literally was gonna tell you today. I think you need to read this again.
Yeah, so I literally it's right now like it's next to my bed because I've been reading that again. Sometimes I'll like turn the pages, and then there's this book that I have from a while ago. I need to look into it, but it's just basically a bunch of like different poems, and it's from a Latina author.
Is it the Mariposa one?
Yes.
I got you that one.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
but it's
because
that one.
I think it's called Mariposa.
Yeah, it is. I think it's something with mariposa.
Yeah.
But, so that one too, I just kind of pull it out here and there, and I'll just like literally, I'll just kind of like go to a random page, and then I'll just read it. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to.
So what I'm hearing is that you are doing a lot of self-care, healing, and you're growing because apparently good things are coming your way. All your, what's it called? The fruits of your labor are coming to fruition.
And I see so much stuff on TikTok, guys, that sometimes it freaks me out, but I just make
it's
sure
a sign.
to save it all.
Interact.
But, yeah, and I'm the type of girl, I read my horoscope every single day. Like, that just sets the tone for me. And if I don't do it, it's like I can't go on with my day. So it's just crazy. Like, even like my horoscopes, even though like you could kind of relate to every single horoscope, like it's like I still believe it. And in the morning I'll be like, oh my gosh. Okay.
When sometimes when it's like a bad one and she sends it to me, I'm like, oh, don't believe it, blah 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 blah. And then when it's a good one, I'm like, you see, bitch.
Yeah, but it's like crazy because it's literally, even like if it's like bad or like right, I'm like, oh shit. It's like,
yeah, it is.
Perfect. It's
it has been. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
I love that for you.
You had a big week.
Girl, a bitch is tired, but all good things. So the last time we caught up, I had just gotten back from like Vegas and a Newport trip with my team. And then, guys, I went to Boston for the first time ever on the East Coast. I was there for a week, a whole ass week. And it was so good. I went out for a work meeting, and it was one meeting that was from Monday to Thursday, like the entire fucking time. It was a lot, long days, very exhausting, like mentally, physically, because we're physically moving product. And I showed you the room. I should have taken a picture after because it was way cleaner. Because when I got there, okay, so let's start. So I flew out Sunday. I decided to take a 6 a.m. flight because in my mind, I was like, with the time difference, they're 3 hours ahead. I wanted to get there at a decent hour where I can at least like be at the hotel, chill, shower, like do whatever, mentally prepare, versus immediately getting to the hotel, having to crash, and then waking up early to start my day. So I landed around like 3-ish. And thankfully my flight was smooth. So I just watched movies on the way there. When I got to my hotel, I ordered I ordered food. I found like this Italian place and just got some things. I
Italian.
did work on Sunday just because I really didn't prep for my meeting. And thank God I fucking did because it ended up being in my benefit and it just made me show up better.
Period.
So literally it was like 9 to 5. We would go to the office, work this meeting the whole time. And then after basically the 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, we did a dinner. So Monday night, the person I work with, his daughter just started with the company, and this week was also her first week. So we went to dinner with her. This place, what I don't remember what it was called. It was called Elephant Walk, I think. So good. The drinks were so good. The food was really good. I don't remember what I got. I think it was I don't remember what, but it was delicious. Drinks bomb. And then the second night we had a team dinner, and bitch, our one of our fucking VP ended up coming to dinner with us, and I was
Oh,
like,
I
oh,
love
I
that.
was like, they were like last minute, like they were like Kyle's coming, and my like stomach dropped. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, actually no, this is a good thing because
Yeah.
we get FaceTime. Like it makes it personal.
Yeah.
It shows that he's human. That
Yeah. Yeah. Shows personality outside of work.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and I could build that relationship,
Yeah.
especially since I'm from the West
Mhm.
Coast and he's in the on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then Wednesday, I think I told you. So I ended up presenting at the VP's meeting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was a little nervous because I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I was asking my team, like, oh, can you help me prep? And they were like, you got it. They're like, you know this more than anything, like anyone else. They're like, you're fine. You talk about it all the time. And of course, I went first, but thank God I did because
So you kind of just
it
yeah.
was, I got it out of the way. And also, everyone was really repetitive. So I was like, this way, I say what I have to
Yeah.
say. And it kind of like, I set the tone. And it was good. And one thing I didn't realize, the person I work with, he told me, he was like, you did such a great job. And he was like, you need to understand, like, you are the only one at your level that presented
Yeah.
at a VP meeting. He was like, everyone else, he was like, and you held your own. He's like, everyone
Period.
else was like a higher title. And I didn't realize that. And I was nervous. And when they called me up, I went up there and I just took a deep breath and I introduced myself and I just showed my personality. Like that was my thing. I was like, I'm just gonna be like lighthearted, like just talk, like if I know them. But yeah, overall it was just really good, a lot of fun. I'm so grateful that I was able to go. Yeah, and I was kind of sad to leave because I got so used to it. Bitch, honestly, I thought I would get homesick. Bitch, I did not get
Of
homesick
course.
at all. Like and it was just crazy because I feel like I was so disconnected from everyone over here because I would literally wake up, get ready, go to work long fucking days, be mentally, physically exhausted. We'd go to dinner till like
And
9:30.
then there you're gonna be
And
like
yeah, and
mentally
then
and physically
yeah,
exhausted
and then
again.
you're still on.
Yeah.
And then you start once the drinks hit, you start to like
Mhm.
loosen up, bitch. The last night, so we went to dinner with my coworker's daughter and then the team dinner, and then Wednesday we did another dinner because it was like our last night
Mhm.
with my coworker's daughter and then his friend who
Mhm.
lives in the area. The place is called Bootleg Special. I think it's in downtown Boston. Bitch, so
Good.
good. It's the owners are Japanese, so but the food is like they had small plates to like
Mhm.
share. So they had like steak. They had a lot of gluten free options, vegan options. We got like the little steak slices. We got some tofu, veggies, and veggies. We got buttered noodles, and then we got a seafood boil.
Mm.
Bitch, it's not like a seafood boil here.
Mhm.
It's fresh. Like
Um.
oh my god, and the drinks, bitch,
So good.
fire. The place was super cute, and when it was funny because when we got there, the hostess was next to this big ass speaker, and I go, "Is that a DJ?" She was like, "On Saturdays," and I was like, "Oof." I was
Like when we
like,
go eventually.
"No, literally, bitch." And I asked, I was like, "Do you guys do brunch?" She's like, "Yeah," and I looked and I was like,
Like good to know.
it gets lit. I was like, I know for a fact. Most of the people that work there are Colombiano and from Venezuela. Because I heard them speaking and I was like, I bet you they're from Venezuela.
You're like that. That's how you. No, for sure,
bitch.
get lit.
And the amount of like Dominicans and Boricuas I saw, I literally was like,
Damn, wait, I'm like, I'm surprised.
it's one of the the last day when I went to get the car because we rented a car from the valet. My coworker was checking out, so he was like, "Can you go get the car?" So I went, and the guy was on the phone, and I like gave him the paper, and he was like, "Oh, I'll get it right now." I was like, "Okay, I'll, like no worries." And then he got off the phone, and I see him walk somewhere, and I was like, "Oh wait, are the keys in the car?" And he looks at me, he's like, como dijo? He said, he was like, "You went downtown Boston." He was like, "You went downtown Boston. We can't leave no keys in no car." And I was like, I was like, "You never know." He was like, He was like, "Shawty, that shit's gonna be gone."
Oh my god.
And I was dying, but I'm like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And then my Uber driver, the first
Yeah.
night, the first day from Venezuela, we clicked. It was just cool. The vibes are cool. I definitely want to go again, but have more like just to visit.
Yeah.
So we need to plan a trip.
Yeah.
And like the 5 hours wasn't that bad. The flight home was fucking 6 hours,
Yeah.
and that one I did sleep.
Yeah. No, but bitch, I'm so happy. So happy.
I know it was so good. That's literally gonna be my new home away from home. Like once a quarter, I will hopefully be there.
Yeah.
I might go, and then bitch, I'm gonna manifest this. So there was another thing with the VP that I had to, like, we did like a walkthrough, and for like this area of business, and somehow like they talked about, oh, for FY26 we have to start like thinking about that, and they're like, when we go to Vietnam in March, and I was in the room when they talked about it. So, and they said when we go to Vietnam.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can
Yeah. Be like,
go. Cause bitch, imagine if I go to
Hell
Vietnam,
yeah. Oh my god. And it's like Vietnam.
bitch, that would be insane. But I have that like, for sure, the person I work with is gonna go. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I won't go. But like, I'm gonna manifest that
Yeah.
I'm able to go because
You're going.
like you already know I'm a manifest. But yeah, that was kind of a lot. But like, it was just a long week.
Yeah. Long week, great week, learning experience. And just overall good for your development. So
Yeah.
the important part and something new and being away from home.
No, literally, because before Vegas, my Vegas trip, I had never flown by myself. Like I've been on an airplane, but it's like with people. And usually, I'm definitely the friend that just like follows the group and is in my own world. Mely's usually the one like leading us, and that was just like fun. And I truly enjoy. There's something I don't know what it is, but traveling can be hectic,
Yeah,
but it's I like it.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
I don't mind sitting at my fucking gate. I was
I know.
reading
I told
so
her, I was like,
much.
go to the bar, get yourself a Coke, and just read a book or something. Like, even just going and getting like a coffee or a latte. Like,
Yeah,
it's just, oh,
I had my
love it.
matcha,
Yeah.
and I was just reading.
Love it.
Yeah, it was fun. But okay, should we break the news to them?
So, guys,
Um,
with all of that said,
Yeah.
and it being our 30th episode,
we have some news. So this is actually gonna
me
be.
laughing out of nerves.
I know, me too. This is actually gonna be our last episode. Just for the season, though.
Just kidding. Just for the season.
Yeah, we decided like, okay, we've been pushing ourselves for 2 quarters, literally about 8 months, and we think we're in a good place to kind of wrap up season 1.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take a little break, but we're still gonna be putting in work because we're trying to come back for season 2. So for this week's episode, we're thinking about just like reminiscing on the last 30 episodes
I was
and like
about
our
to say
journey.
recapping, but I'm like so used to the recap, which it is.
Yeah,
a recap,
it is
but
a
I was
recap.
Like, recapping, yeah.
Yeah, with the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's been, I can't believe it's been 30 episodes.
Yeah, 30th episode, a lot has happened. You guys have seen us
Grow.
go through a lot, yeah, and just us being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, and like, you know, to you guys, to the internet, all of you, thank you for supporting us. Like,
Yes.
so many of you have made our days, and the fact that we were able to impact, like, since we said from the beginning, if like not just one person, a few of you, but even then, like, the fact that we were able to impact one person. That's
Yeah,
like that's huge.
I remember that episode. It was, I think we came back from like, we were recording in the living room, and we were like, that's our goal. Like if that, or even the first episode, we probably
Yeah.
said that, like, if we can just help one person, it's a win.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were able to help multiple, like you said, it's
It's crazy.
very rewarding.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we said, with that said, like we're just gonna kind of, go through like just our episode, what we've learned, our process throughout this, and just yeah.
Do you want to
Um,
start? Like, okay, let's think back. So think back to, we've talked a lot about like the day we like decided to start this project and all of that. But think back to the first day we recorded. We recorded like 2 episodes
yeah.
because we pre-recorded our first 3 episodes. We recorded those 2 episodes in, excuse me, in one day, and us like not knowing like how to start.
How to start
We were just laughing like,
being,
this is so
yeah,
awkward.
literally, like it was just weird, just like talking like to the camera,
Mhm.
stopping a lot. We would stop
Shout
a
out,
lot.
shout out,
Yeah,
shout
like
out.
it was, and like it would be cringy for us, but it's just because we weren't comfortable.
Yeah, it was very,
So
very new.
yeah, it was, yeah, literally like new. I mean, you guys know I'm not the type of person to be vulnerable, so that was like huge for me to even just open up. And there's certain episodes, one in particular, that I was very, very vulnerable, and the fact that I like put that out there,
Yeah.
like, is insane. But yeah, just even the fact that like there's sometimes like I don't think people are like listening or paying attention to what we have to say, but they are, and people do notice when like, hey, like maybe like I don't know, when we don't post or certain things like that. So it's crazy how it's like it's impacted that.
Yeah, and I think it's like, for me, when that happens, when like, oh, you guys didn't post, like, blah, blah, it's like, oh shit, like, you're actually invested. Like, that
Yeah.
made me feel like, oh shit, maybe we are doing something. Because this, again, we do this for us, and it's a benefit that we get to share it with people. And just like, thank you for even like embracing us. Like, we are essentially no one.
Yeah.
Like, we're just 2 cousins that just wanted to start a podcast, and we're doing it. Yeah, but there has been so much
Yeah.
growth. Like, even if it's not like not just with like the podcast, like us getting comfortable with like the process, editing, getting in a routine, coming up with topics, all that shit. Like, and being comfortable in front of the camera. But like, I feel like if we watch our first episode, oh my god, bitch, we should watch our first episode and react to like pieces of it. I'm
Like,
gonna pull
it's
it up.
crazy.
But, and then you fast forward to like today, I'm sure people could see our progression. And I think it's kind of nice that we get to capture moments in our lives, at least this year. I feel like in the beginning, I always talked about the word transformative. And I feel like this year has definitely been transformative for both of us in different ways.
Yeah, and even just like going back and like at the beginning she was like just getting into her new role. Well, she was going through the process, then it happened.
That's
and
what
you guys like saw
oh my,
all of that happen.
not that I
Yeah.
forgot that, but that feels like such a long time ago.
Like you guys saw that
Yeah.
happened, and then soon after that, she's like, guys, I might get to travel, and here we are. She just got back from traveling, so it's crazy. Like it's yeah, a lot has happened.
And then like your business, like right now, you guys are getting to see like kind of the inception of Desanti,
Yeah.
and that's kind of cool that we have like,
Got to look back.
yeah, that like, and you're sharing like that process with everyone.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And like, to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say even like just having like our guests. And,
I literally
Yeah.
was about to say that.
like our guests and having like people like just like some of our supporters like, oh my god, I didn't know this about them, I didn't like know that, or like so on, and just people that we've met along the way too.
Yeah.
And then like even like recently Sal, I didn't tell you, but because someone saw his episode on this podcast, they reached out to me, and then they did reach out to him directly, and even just like that, and it was a marketing agency, and he was like,
Oh
Mel, how did they
shit.
even hear about me? I'm like, the podcast. He's like, oh my
Oh my
god.
god, bitch, I had no
Yeah, I know.
idea.
I completely forgot to tell
Wow.
you.
Talk about impact.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it later.
Oh my
But yeah, even
god.
like that,
I love
he's like,
that.
oh my god, like thank you guys, and yeah, and I think he responded to them. I don't know what's happening there. But yeah, like even just
That is,
stuff like that, it's crazy.
yeah, that is something that like I feel like we had mentioned once we started having guests, is that it's like cool that we get to be part of their journey. I think we said that when Kenya was on. We get to be part of their like story and get to share and give them a platform
Yeah.
to support and promote. And just to think back, like we've had Sal, our first guest. So let's kind of go back. So of like all of our guest episodes, which one? This is gonna be hard, but like which one to you is like was either the most impactful or like your favorite one?
I know this one's hard for me, but I do have a solid answer, which is Kenya's. Yeah, that to me, because again, just she holds a special place in my heart. But not only that, I've like in a way been a process of like her journey and just learning like things that I never knew about her and like where
Not
she
the
is
lights on
now.
me.
That's one that definitely like till this day still stands out to me. That's one that a lot of people have talked to me
Yep.
about. Like yeah, so she's for sure one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's Sal.
Yeah.
Because because personally, like that's one of my close friends. Like we kind of grew up together. That's family. So that one holds a very special place in my heart. And I remember when we were first brainstorming for the podcast, I said, once we decided we want to have guests, I told her, I was like, bitch, our first guest is going to be Sal. I was like, that's going to be our first one. And then when he found out about the podcast, when Diana was like mentioned it,
Yeah.
and he looked at us and was like, podcast? He was like, I better be the first guest. And I pulled out my notes and I was like, what does that say? And he was like, and he even said on the pod, he was like, yeah, I didn't know if you guys were actually gonna like have me. And he was like, it's an honor. But that one was fun
Yeah,
because,
it's fun, and honestly, him too. He's just such a genuine person. He's fucking killing it, and just seeing
bro,
his journey, same thing. Like it's
his
crazy.
like his growth is insane. I never had a doubt.
Yeah.
And like till this day, like it I always get like a warm feeling in my heart when I see like my nephew wearing his stuff
Yeah,
cuz
it's so
he does like George doesn't have to wear that.
Yeah.
Like obviously like I buy it for him because I'm like this is my friend and I think his stuff is
No, but
sick.
he genuinely
But
likes
him
it.
wearing it, like I saw Jenny wearing I think it was one of the shirts once. When you
Yeah.
wear it, I get like excited.
People
I see
in our
random people.
community,
Yeah, bitch.
yeah.
I've seen random people and
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, people in our community, everything, and then just the message behind it. And,
Yeah.
mental health is it's huge and it's so important, and the fact that he's bringing awareness through that, through like his creativity and his clothing, like that's just I love that. So
Yeah, and it's so funny that it's like the those were our first two guests.
yeah,
And then I feel like the one that was like the most difficult for me was Annabelle. Like that one, I knew that one was gonna be difficult because obviously she's a therapist and she got raw and real, and we had to be also. But that one was also really really good, and the fact that that one it also stands out to me because she found us. And I think that was the
yeah,
moment
that's the one.
that's the
She's
moment
the
when
one
I
who
was
reached out to
like,
us, yeah.
oh shit, like legit asked her like, how did you find us? And she literally was like, I was looking for Latina podcasters, and she's like, there really isn't a lot out there. And she's like, I stumbled upon both of you, and like
Yeah.
it kind of fit with what I wanted, and I was like, oh shit,
Something already bit me. Like in my finger too.
the spider bitch.
It's like these little thingies.
Oh, mosquitoes. That's a mosquito.
Oh, I already have another one.
Oh, bitch, there's a lot of mosquitoes
I
out
saw
here.
those. I already have this one right here, right here, right here. There's from the blood. I need spray. Sorry.
Literally.
No, yeah, that one was for sure one that like it was a lot. That one was a lot, and it was like just interesting to hear what she had to say, and like there was parts where like she just knew.
Yeah.
You know.
And I remember our car ride after, because that's when we went to dinner after. And we were literally like, oh, like we were still talking about it, and then I had like a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
But it was like so necessary.
Yeah.
So her, and then who else have we
Obviously,
had?
like the music ones were super
Oh my
interesting, and they're
god,
just
bro.
funny.
Yeah,
Meta,
no,
Lucy,
Meta,
yeah.
small world. But now, like, if you haven't heard his EP, go hear it.
It's so good,
That shit's
guys.
still, I'd be bumping that shit all the time. That one was really cool just to get to know
Him.
him. And now we, like, get to hear new music.
Mhm.
Obviously, the guys, Richie and Blue City, that one was funny.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the first one where we were, like, we used to drink in our first episodes, but, like, with the guests, like, really drink. That one was
And it was
cool.
that one was just the funniest one so far.
Yeah, I think it's because they're dynamic, they're comfortable with each other, we're comfortable with each other, and it just
Yeah.
it was just there.
Just
We
worked
felt,
out.
yeah, we felt comfortable. And then the Danitza, like
Yeah.
queen, like icon.
Queen. I know her. That one too, because that's someone that I was right away like, oh my gosh, just because of like, I obviously didn't know her history, but I knew what she was doing, and that's something that I'm so interested in. And growing up, like it was a dream of mine, and sometimes it still is. I think about that, like just that's what I studied, that's what I love. So it was just so nice to see that, and then where she is now, the people she's partnering with, like
Yes, like
it's insane. Like she has her own team, and it's still small, but they're killing it.
yeah,
Like it's so I could only imagine where she's gonna be a few years from now.
yeah.
So.
I feel like something I admire from every single one of the guests we've had. I just realized this. They're all pretty much like self-made. Like
Self-made
they,
small business Latino.
all of them, not all are small bit. Well,
In a way, like yeah.
yeah, they're like technically most of them, but not all. But they're all literally self-made. Like they took it, and they all took a chance on themselves. And I feel like that message is so
Yeah.
important and a good reminder for us.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
For real?
But yeah, it was very. It's been a fun journey so far, and bitch, I'm so excited for like what's to come because we have these conversations on our own all the time, but we've never like said it, but we feel like I don't know, like when you feel like you're supposed to be doing something,
Yeah.
like the feeling is just there, and we've talked about how we feel like this is something that we should be doing, and it feels right, and like I genuinely enjoy this. I love this. I've said this multiple times. One of my passions is developing and development. And in a way, we're doing that by sharing our
100%.
stories and like helping pay it forward.
Yeah, like not only are we helping others or in a way like hopefully impacting someone's life, but helping it's like for ourselves too. Like
It's very therapeutic.
yeah, literally therapeutic, and it's just showing again. It's just teaching us to be vulnerable a little more too,
Uh-huh.
and like and it's like even it doesn't feel like I'm putting it out to the whole freaking world. Like it's like I feel like there's a genuine connection, and like it's to my friends. That's how it kind of feels. Like I'm letting this out to my friends, to like people that I trust. That's kind of how I feel. It's not really. Whereas before it was scary because we're like, dude, this is going like
No, literally.
anyone can see this.
Like, what are people gonna say?
Yeah.
¿Qué va a decir la gente?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do have my moments where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should share that or this or that. But at the end of the day, it's like we're doing this not for, like, regardless. It's like to literally doing this to impact someone's life. It's not really like I don't care anymore what people think or not.
Yeah, it's more so like, and it's also for us, and in a way, like, obviously, like us putting ourselves out there, we're not like our listeners only know like this much about us.
Yeah.
Like there's still so much to our lives that people don't know. And again, we talk about this all the time, but like social media isn't real. Like social media is literally used to kind of capture moments in your life, and for the most part, everyone uses it to capture really high moments or bring awareness to low moments to kind of help make a change. For the most part, people are only showing the good and they're not showing the bad. And sometimes you have to kind of remind yourself about that. And I think that's why, like, when we do get vulnerable, those episodes tend to do better. But I think it's because people can relate to that even more and be like, oh shit, like
Mhm.
I go through that shit.
Yeah.
And that's why we also want to hear from you guys. So I haven't told you this, but I was thinking we update our forms.
Mm.
So on our forms, we're gonna have a section for feedback.
Yeah.
So like it'll be like a poll. Please fill it out. It'll
Like
be
generally, guys, we want to
yeah.
know
We
what you
want to
think.
know
Yeah.
just like we'll like put like what kind of episode, like what episodes did you like that we did
Yeah.
like this season and stuff. Like what do you want us to do for the next season? What do you guys want us to focus on? Stuff like that, because I think that's one of my goals go forward for, I guess, season 2 is to get more engaged with everyone. Like, genuinely, like, we want to hear from you
Yeah,
guys.
but yeah, like, we obviously want to hear from you guys, but we also can't force you, but we would really appreciate it. Like, please engage with us. Like,
Yeah.
it does mean a lot and it does help us. Like, we're just trying to, you know, do better, like, in a
We're trying to
way.
grow and glow
Yeah, grow,
together.
do better, and genuinely want to hear what you guys want us to do and how we can, yeah, just be better for you guys.
Yeah. And I think another goal is to be more, to not neglect our TikTok.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we could be better about that. Like, we post our reels and stuff, but even just like using TikTok more for fun shit,
Yeah.
like random
Yeah.
stuff.
And then yeah, like we just, like obviously we work throughout the week, so it's like the weekends, but just us, like, and we, like you said, like TikTok, like recording our weekends and what we do. But yeah, even like if you guys want to see like us making separate, like, oh, what does Melly do in a week, what does Patty do in a week, I
Yeah.
think that would also be cool.
Nothing.
But like it'll be cool, like, or if you guys just want to see
Yeah.
like a day in the life in Melly and a day in the life in Patty's, I
Yeah.
don't know, something like
I'd,
that.
I'd have to, you'd have to let me know, like, bitch, this day you better fucking record,
Yeah.
because I will not record.
Yeah, well, it all depends on what you guys, if you guys want to see that or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, just let us know what you guys think. Yeah, definitely fill out those forms. I'm gonna close. Um, but yeah, guys, I don't know. What do we say now?
Oh, how much time is, oh,
54.
oh yeah, I think we're good. Um, but yeah, I mean, oh,
It's getting loud.
okay. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long road to 30 episodes, but I definitely am excited. I'm proud of every single episode that we've put up, for sure. And even on, like, I know there were weeks that like we didn't post, but I'm also glad that on those weeks we didn't, because we needed those
Mm-hmm.
weeks, whether it was to catch up on sleep, work, whatever, mental health week, like,
And it's us, like, since the beginning, we said we're going to be authentic, and that's us
yep,
being authentic and just being ourselves.
yeah.
But yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for what's to come
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
season
I know,
2.
season 2. It's gonna be fun, guys, and yeah, I know. I'm like, it's like it's just crazy. It's just to think back, because again, I'm like, we're both like not this type of person, so just like putting ourselves out there like that has definitely been a journey, but a good one. So it's nice to be here. Now at episode 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's it for this episode, guys, for this season finale.
Not the season,
Season
literally, it's a
finale.
season finale.
Yeah, like so it's an end of, I know, yeah, literally.
An era, if you will.
Yeah. I know. End of an era onto a
The
bigger and
next.
better one and
Yes.
another one.
Dude, like, imagine I, like, we just keep doing this. We just fucking do it. We're gonna be like pretty basic.
You're
They
gonna
just,
see, I
we're gonna
know.
be fucking like celebrate my,
And, like, you guys
like,
are gonna see it
everything.
all. Yeah. The next thing you know, we're gonna be getting engaged, having, like, it's crazy.
Bitch, I don't know. Bitch who? Bitch where?
I mean, not right now. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
like,
never
bitch,
know.
bitch who? Bitch where?
I know.
Let's start with another promotion first.
That part.
Promotions.
Just, and then, yeah, like, another year of life, too. Turn 26 this year, which I'm like,
Oh my gosh. And I was gonna say where we're gonna be, but
I know.
we haven't even booked it yet, so
Yeah.
I don't want
And
to jinx
also,
it.
you guys will see that
Yeah.
in, like, yeah, in the second.
Yeah, I don't want to say because we need to book that shit.
So we do.
ASAP because,
Yeah.
bitch, nos faltan 2 meses.
I know. Well, the good thing is not that expensive. It's just getting like well, getting there is not expensive as everything else.
Bitch, we'll get the
I
good,
was like, because
everything.
in my head, I'm like, just let we as long as we get the flights, and then we'll
Yeah.
figure
No,
out the rest.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of like let's get the flights, and then we'll figure out the rest. But
Girl math.
yeah, literally, that's how
Girl
it's
math.
for Europe. We have the flights, right? Everything else, we'll figure
No,
it out.
we're gonna figure. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Bitch, I can't get that fucking song out of my fucking head. Pound
Oh,
Town, I'm at Pound Town. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
period.
So, guys, I guess that's it for episode 30, last episode of season 1. Not sure if we mentioned this previously, but we are going to take a little break between seasons. Not too long of a break, but we definitely need to kind of regroup. We both have a lot going on, but we also need to put in work and prep for the next season.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
And I'm really excited.
Yeah, but don't forget to still keep up with us on social media. Both of
Yes.
our personal accounts, still El Efecto Podcast. Don't forget to keep up with us on TV. If you want to look at what's going to happen at the pop up, well, just to, I guess, just watch those stories. And then with the new drop coming. And use code El Efecto 10 to take 10% off your order. And yeah, guys, so we will see you.
Wait, we have one
Oh,
exciting
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So since in honor of our last episode of the season, we're doing a giveaway. So we'll post the details.
Yeah, make sure to stay tuned on our Instagram. We'll post the details there. I guess like the requirements or the rules
Yeah.
To be entered into the giveaway. But we hope you guys enjoy that. I know it's something that we enjoy and
Yeah.
we love, especially during the summer and before summer comes to an end. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Again, make sure to just tune into our social media and make sure you're following because that's very important.
So follow, like, subscribe.
Down
Follow,
below.
like, subscribe right now.
So yeah, we will see you guys soon. Thank you guys again. It's been a great journey.
A journey for sure.
And we will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Can I get a hiya?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye guys.